back to the Late Night Chats podcast, or I always have to say it, the Yapping Session. Boys, I know the last one was kind of a depressing one, but buckle in, we have another one. We need to get the negative out so we can get to the positives. And fellas, today I have two topics for the Yapping Session: loss and old habits. Fellas, life is a continuous journey of change, right? The experiences and the growth and stuff like that. Amongst the most profound experiences we encounter are loss and the necessities to move on from old habits and friends. These moments, though often painful, are crucial for personal development and forging a path towards a more fulfilling future. Understanding how to navigate through these transitions is essential for mental and emotional well-being. So, fellas, I just want talk about moving on from loss. Loss is going to be inevitable. It's just a part of life. Whether it's the death of a loved one, the end of a significant relationship, or another form of deep personal loss, whatever that might be. The emotional impact can be overwhelming. The process of moving on from loss involves several stages, I would say, including denial, angering, let's say like raging, depression, acceptance, commonly known as, the five stages of grief, obviously. And if you don't really know what they are, you have the acknowledgement and acceptance, right? It's the first step in moving on from loss is just acknowledging the pain, accepting like the reality of the situation. Denying loss, only prolongs the healing process. And acceptance doesn't mean forgetting or minimizing the, significance of what was lost. It means recognizing the need to continue living while honoring the memory of what was cherished. Then you have the grieving process. Allowing oneself to grieve is essential. Grief is just a natural response to loss, and it's crucial to permit oneself to feel the range of emotions that come with it. Suppressing emotions can lead to more significant emotional issues down the line. Finding healthy outlets for grief, such as talking to friends, seeking counseling, or engaging in creative activities like, I don't know, healing just stuff. I don't know. May it be gaming or, the podcast or something like that, because this is what I got. But I mean, next we have finding support, obviously. Surrounding yourself with supportive network of people, friends, family, support groups, it can provide comfort and understanding and sharing feelings. And to experience things that other people have gone through that kind of benefit how you feel. It's not really the right word, but we're just going to use it. It it can be very therapeutic knowing that someone else has been through that and that they got through. It helps a lot. And embracing the new beginnings. Moving on doesn't mean forgiving or forgetting. It means finding a way to live fully despite the loss. This might involve setting new goals, exploring new interests, or hell, even changing the environments around you. It's about creating new memories while cherishing the old ones. Now, it kind of jumps into my moving on from old habits and friends. Just as we must, move on from loss, there are times in life when we must let go of old habits and friendships as well that no longer serve us. This can be equally challenging, as habits and friendships often are the most significant part of your identity in daily life. And I really feel like there's really like five ways to go about this. It's you need to reflect on yourself. Self-reflection, number one. The first step in moving on from old habits and friends, self-reflection. Understanding why certain habits or friendships are no longer working out and considering the impacts these elements have on your life, your health, your well-being. Are they holding you back from personal growth or causing harm? I would say the next thing you would need is setting goals. Once you can identify the habits of the friendship that need to change, set clear and achievable goals for moving forward. This might include developing a new habit that, can promote the health and well-being of the relationship or friendship, or seeking out new friendships that align with the current values and aspirations that you may have. 3 would be taking small steps. Change doesn't happen overnight. I mean, I'm recording this at 1:10 in the morning and I still have no change going on. But it's about taking the small, manageable steps, letting go of old habits and friendships that can make the process less daunting. For example, gradually reducing the time spent on harmful habits or slowly distancing yourself from a negative friendship can ease the transition. 4, finding support. Just as with the grieving process, having a support system is crucial when letting go of old habits or old friendships. Friends, family, professional counselors, they all provide guidance, man. I mean, me, friends, that's what it is, friends and family. But you need to find people who can give you guidance, encouragement, and help you take accountability for the things you've done wrong as well. 5, in my 5 stages of moving on, we have embracing growth. You know, letting go of old habits and friendships, it makes room for new experiences and relationships that can better suit your current life stages. To embrace the opportunities for growth and the potential for positive change, you still need to recognize that you're a person evolving, and as a person, sometimes requires difficult decisions, but ultimately leads to a more fulfilling life. Fellas, I'd say in conclusion, moving on from loss, old habits, friendship, whatever you're going through to move on, it's just integral part of being a human, right? It always happens. It involves the acknowledging the pain, allowing oneself to grieve and seeking support. I mean, it's always going to require self reflection, setting goals, taking small steps, embracing growth. While these processes can be challenging, there are essentials for personal development and overall well being. By navigating the transitions with the grace and resilience, you know, you can create a future filled with new possibilities and deeper fulfillment. But, fellas, I just want you all to know this next set of yapping sessions and stuff are going to be set towards sadder topics. So we're gonna be hitting things that actually people need to hear. And honestly, I feel like I needed to hear this myself because I mean it's how I feel. Like the last episode, it's genuinely how I feel, and I feel like there's certain things I need to let go of still. And if I can let go of these things, fellas, it'd make me a whole lot better. But anyways, fellas, that's all I have time for in the yapping session, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, everyone.